Hi, and welcome to this next video. This is the first video in the 7 skill sets that you need to have to become a network marketing professional. And this first one here is finding prospects. Again here, if you look at the honeycomb model, which is our blueprint model, this is all about giving you more knowledge and therefore part of the education element. Again here we also have Eric Worre to be conducting this for us, because he is the best in it and he's the guy who actually wrote the book himself, so why not listen to him again. And here's his first skill sets we plucked out of his course that is really a tremendously long course that we have taken some additional steps out of. So here we go. Let's let Eric go on with skill set number 1, finding prospects.
Finding prospects. I was shocked to learn that this was a skill. I didn't know this was a skill. Isn't it kind of interesting to think of it as a skill, finding prospects? I thought this was like a natural resource. You either had it or you didn't. People won't join network marketing because they don't think they what? Know anybody. It's not about a natural resource, it's about a skill. People think, well, if you know a lot of people and if you're influential, well then network marketing is yours. But if you don't know a lot of people and you're not influential, you can't succeed. This is a skill, it's not a natural resource. It's a skill. Learning how to find prospects. So here's what posers do. They make a mental list. They think of some people. 80% plus start here. They make a mental list. Yeah, I know I should write it down, but I got it. It's right here. It's right here. I got it. Everything I need, it's right here. You're not the boss of me. Back off. Amateurs make a written list. Amateurs make a written list and they immediately start to drain the list. And as the list drains, their anxiety grows. That's what happened to me. I made my list. Took my dad's list, and then I made my list. And I started to drain the list. I've heard that there's 3 pearls out of every 100 oysters. Mine must be at the bottom, because I'm shucking oysters. Nope. No skill. You know, I'm not opening them with an oyster tool, I'm bashing them with a hammer. Smash, smash, smash. Some of them might have an oyster in there, but we'll never know. Smash, smash, smash. Next. I heard the word next at my training. Next. Smashing in every direction. Hulk smash. That's what amateurs do. They go through the list and their anxiety goes, I'm going to run out. And when I run out, I'm done. It's over for me. Guess I just didn't know enough people. 7 billion on the planet, but guess I just didn't know enough. It never dawned on me that this was a skill until probably 3 years in. It never dawned on me that here's what professionals do. They create what I call an active candidate list. It's not a list that they build and they start to drain. And a lot of people have big problems with network marketing because of warm market. Oh, I don't want to talk to my friends. I don't want to talk to my family. Code word, I've done this before and they're not going to accept me. Right? Warm market is not where we end up, it's where we start. We start, we practice with them, and we got some friendly faces, and we have something we believe in, a product or service or opportunity we believe in, we share it with them. If we do it professionally, we're going to get one result. If we do it as amateurs, we're going to get another result. Almost everybody does it as posers, not even amateurs, with no skill, and they don't get that good a result. And once they run out of warm market, they're done. It's over. Professionals create an active candidate list. So here's some steps to going pro. Number one, make a comprehensive list. Everybody goes on your list. Every single person goes on your list. Empty your mind on paper. They go find every list they can possibly find. Old wedding lists and party lists and Christmas card lists and everywhere they can find, and they add them to the list. All organizations that they've ever been a part of, they think about those people and they add them to the list. This list becomes a big list. People used to have the excuse to say, I don't know anybody, and then you go look at Facebook and they have 800 friends. Stop it. You know, it's so fun to be able to bust that illusion. Pull every single contact out of your cell phone and add it to the list. Back in the day, if somebody created a list of 200 people, that was a big deal. Now every one of your kids has a list of 200 on their cell phone. Go into your email, pull all the people that you know in your email, add them to your list. Then go to social media, and don't be a poser or an amateur, but add the people that you actually have some interaction with to your list. People you'd say, they're a friend. They're not just somebody that I don't know because I really, really wanted to max out my friend list at 5,000, so I started adding everybody. So, social media, add those people to your list. Do not prospect them there. Just don't do it. We'll talk about how we invite people in the next step. But add them to your list. Next, after you've made your comprehensive list, this is just step one. If this was taught in a college course and you were going to be graded by how many people you had on your list and you really needed the grade, how many people could you have on your list? I mean, come on. We play these little funny mental games. If I gave you $1,000 for every person you put on the list, how many people you could put on the list? I mean, all this stuff just to get you to do what you should do because you're acting like you're in 6th grade and not in the real world. I mean, come on. Is it okay if I'm honest this weekend? Is that all right? All right, good. Next step. Oops, I went backwards again. Doggone it. Sorry. Totally my fault. Next step. The second degree of separation. This is a trick I learned a long time ago. Have you heard about the 6 degrees of separation? That basically you're 6 relationships away from everybody in the world. You know somebody who knows 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 any other person. I don't know if that's actually true. It probably is. I don't know. I don't even know if there's any way to prove it. But here's what I do know. The second degree of separation is true. If you make your list, and now you've got your completed list, and here's the discipline. Look at that list, and if Mike's on the list, say, okay, who does Mike know? And if you can name anybody that Mike knows, that means you know them. See what I'm saying? The second degree of separation. So I go to Janice, I think about Janice, I say, well, who does Janice know? Well, she knows this person, this person, this person. Oh, well, that means I kind of know him too. So it opens up a different part of your brain. The second degree of separation. Look at your list, think about the people they know. Next is constantly expand your list. Constantly expand it. You're going to make your active candidate list. And if you freak out on a bunch of this, it's in here. You're getting writer's cramp. It's all right here. You'll find a chapter on this whole thing. Okay? So Gina's in the front row with a highlighter. She's going, okay, highlight. That's a little easier. Okay, but if you want to take your notes, I want you to take notes based upon, I want you to train it, okay? But it's in there anyway. What the professionals do is they develop the discipline of adding 2 people every day. At least 2 people to their list every day. 2 people a day. 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. And you're already meeting people that could go on your list. Everybody goes on your list. One of the greatest disciplines, Harvey McKay, the author of Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive, he's a good friend of mine. I've done a couple interviews with Harvey. He's the most network guy I know. He's unbelievable. I'm going to give you a couple secrets of his networking style. One is his dad sat him down at age 19 and said, Harvey, today from now until the day you die, every person you meet, you're going to get their contact information, you're going to make a little note about them, and you're going to find a creative way to stay in touch. Every person you meet, forever. Today his list is about, and these are just organic lists, not Facebook friends, 14,000 people he has contact information from. 14,000. Now think about, here's one of the things why I have to forgive myself. Because I've been bad at this my whole career. I'm terrible. If I would have started at age 23, with how many hundreds of thousands of people I've met, people who've moved on, their company blew up, something happened, but if I would have stayed in touch, the opportunities would be, I'd be earning millions a month. Just from the relationships, just with a creative way of staying in touch over the course of 25 years. Here's the good news, you can start right now. You know, if you start right now, this is a core skill. What you have to do is raise your awareness and pay attention. That turns into 600 people a year, 3,000 people in 5 years. Just 2 a day. But does it work? Yes. Staying in touch in a creative way, in a friendly way, not necessarily recruiting them every time you talk to them. Is that creative? Yes. Now I'll tell you the other thing that Harvey does. He is a true networker in the sense that he's a true friend. You know what Harvey tries to do, because he learned, I don't know if he learned this, but he shares this with his buddy Lou Holtz, his best friend. If you meet Lou Holtz or if you meet Harvey McKay, their entire thought process is, what can I do for you? How can I help? I've got some influence. I got this. I got that. Can I help you? So when we were struggling with some immigration issues with our son, who we finally got approval on, called Harvey and said, Harvey, would you help? Just as, you know, is there anything you can do? Harvey went to work. Harvey called senators. He got government officials on the phone. He called the biggest fundraisers in the state and said, I need your influence. Now that process wasn't actually even successful because there were some laws involved with the way everything happened. But I'll never forget it. Never forget it. If Harvey wants something from me, he's got it, done. Wants me to promote his book, promoted. Consider it done. He's my friend, man. So if you look for ways that you can contribute to other people's lives instead of just recruiting them all the time on your list, you will become one of the most influential people in the world. People will not only just be asking, but they're looking for opportunities to give. And Harvey does this, and he never keeps score. He never in his mind says, well, you know, you didn't really pay me back for last time. Never keeps score. He just looks for opportunities to serve. And he serves higher and higher influential people. When they wanted to create the Mall of America, he was the guy who came in and helped. When they wanted to, hire high-level people for the University of Minnesota, he's the guy who came in and helped. I mean, He's served on so many charitable boards, and this, in about 3 weeks, he'll be standing in front of Target in downtown Minneapolis ringing the bell for the Salvation Army, 80 years old, ringing the bell with his little tin cup at 20 below zero. Because that's what he does. So think about going pro and adding people to your list and then contributing to their lives. You with me? All right, so let me summarize here. 1, network on purpose. Oh, I'm sorry, there's one more thing before I summarize. The 4th area is the network on purpose. Don't hide, get out there. Decide to become a citizen of the world. Get out there, meet some people, shake some hands, say hello. One of the exercises that we did in the last 2 years, and I can't do this year, I wish I could, I can't do it. Here was the exercise that we did during the lunch break, is we gave people a scavenger hunt form. And we had people pair up with somebody they didn't know. And the scavenger hunt form was filled with different kinds of people. You had to find a mother with 7 children. You had to find somebody who owned a horse. You had to find somebody who owned a Lamborghini. You had to find somebody who was a millionaire. You had to find all these 30 different things. One was an astronaut. You had to find an astronaut. And you got 2 hours, ready, go. And we did this down on the strip. So you can go out in the street. People went out in the streets. They went everywhere like crazy, just finding out that if you get out there, you could just say hi to people and have fun, and it's fun. You have a good time. And we had, 4 people that had 29 and 1 or 2 people that had 30? They found an astronaut. Are you crazy me? It's like, what the heck? In 2 hours, could you create a game and go meet 200 people in 2 hours like they did? And all they did, let me tell you something, all they did is they brought their list out and said, hey, I'm involved in something, we're having fun, I've got this event, do you meet any of these criteria on this list? And the person would say, well, yeah, I'm that one. Will you sign it to just prove that you did it, that you were the one? Yes, okay, I'll sign it. Could you not play a game with your organization, say, we're going to go out, and I've got to prove that I met 100 people and I made friends with 100 people over the course of one weekend. Would you be one of my 100? Will you put your email address and I can just stay in touch, let you know how I did? Hey, could you play around with this and network on purpose? Yes, the answer is yes. That exercise shocks people. The reason why I can't do it here is we're at the Green Valley Ranch and the hotel would kill me.
Yes. That's true.
Down there, people could get out of the hotel. When we did it at Monte Carlo, it lasted about a half an hour before everybody said, hey, out on the street, you crazy people. Because, we were hitting every blackjack table, hold on, every restaurant, the whole deal. So don't hide, get out there. Have some fun. Join a new gym. Start a new hobby. And don't just start it and just say, hey, I'm glad to be on the bowling league. I want to share an opportunity with you in our first game. I'm saying get out there and live a bigger life. When the time is appropriate, professionally, you can let people know. But here's what I do know. If you make friends, friends know what the other friends do without you having to pitch it. They know. They'll say, how's this working? What's going on? What are you doing? And then you can tell them, now you're not the one being the predator. Volunteer for an important cause. That'll change your life. And when I say volunteer, I don't just mean, go do, meals for kids or something and you fill up some meal bags to go through this exercise. I'm saying volunteer your influence. Go raise some money. Volunteer. Don't just sit at the soup line for 3 hours and go home to your Thanksgiving dinner. Raise money for 3 months to pay for the soup line because you are more powerful than somebody just going to ladle out soup. And you can ladle out soup. Do it. That'll help you. But you're more powerful than that. The causes will be an amazing thing. You're going to learn a little bit about what we're doing tonight. Meet some new people. Get out there. Last thing, really important, become interesting. Become interesting. Well, I'm not very interesting. Change that. Become more fun. Become more interesting. Become a little bit more outgoing. I'm an introverted person by nature. True story. True story. My friends will tell you that's true. Let me give you my definition of extrovert and introvert. Okay? Extrovert goes into a crowd like this, they get filled up with energy. The more they're around people, the more energy they have. The introvert goes into a crowd like this, and they're immediately like your iPhone battery. They start going, whoo. And you know how they charge back up? They get alone. They stare at the wall. You know what I mean? That's me. When I'm done with this, I'm up for this weekend. I am all in. As high octane as I've ever been in my life and will ever be maybe. But what I will tell you is, come Monday, don't call me. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm going to be sleeping. I'm going to be drooling and staring at in the corner. Slowly, the battery charge is going to start in my toes, and it's going to work up to my head. That's me. But for this weekend, I can meet everybody. I'm assuming everybody I see in the hall is part of the group, so I'm saying hi and high-fiving. They might not even be part of the group. High five, man. I'm going. We're out there having fun. Get out there. Be interesting. Be fun. Be that life of the party. Even if you're going to be tired afterwards. Right? Even if you're going to be tired. Like last night at the VIP dinner, I was tired. But I still went around to every table and we took pictures and we high-fived and we had fun and overlooking the fountains in the Eiffel Tower restaurant. It was just amazing. Awesome. But I needed to go back to my room and stare at the fireplace for a little bit. Last night, I really did. Marina's like, you okay? I'm like, I'll be okay. I'll get there, you know, because it was 12 hours. 6 hours on Wednesday, 6 hours on Thursday, plus 3 hours last night. You know, battery was a little empty, but now I'm good, you know, good to go. So become interesting, become fun, go get out there. Now, so 1, you're going to make a comprehensive list. 2, the second degree of separation. 3, constantly expand your list. And 4, network on purpose. Network on purpose. Got it? This is a skill. And we'll know if you're serious about this skill, if by the end of this weekend your comprehensive list has been reborn. One of the best things I would suggest everybody do at every single event, redo your list. Make a fresh list. It'll refresh your brain looking at the old tired list. Make a new list. Think about the second degree of separation. Think about how you've expanded or what you're going to do to expand it. And I know I've got somebody who's really becoming a pro if they're adding 2 a day. Network on purpose, get out there, become interesting, become fun.
That was actually the first set of the 7 skill sets that you need to do to become a network marketing professional. And you can now take this video off, which was GoPro video number 1, skill set number 1, and get ready to go on to the next one, which is the second video, inviting prospects. You can find them all on Networkers GoPro as usual under the training video sessions. Okay, talk to you soon.
Thank you.